Hey guys, welcome to my daily video. So I'm here with Flying Dragon crossed with Cantora 1433, a classic Cantora cross that brought out a lot of good stuff. And yeah, you will see it in this video. I did the pollination, so there will also be a full pollination video. Yeah, and it's great. The flower is big, 19 centimeters, I think. There you see it. It's pretty massive. I like it. Very useful for breeding. So, but I don't want to overshow it right now. It will be in this video, so check it out later. So here's the arboricola that I've shown you yesterday. I had to move it, otherwise it would have broken. Yeah, and it's pollinated now, at least most of the flowers. I'm pretty sure I forgot one or two. It was just too many flowers at once, and I wasn't so, it isn't so important. What we're doing here is more for like to film it, to do it, to like do this hobby. And yeah, we'll see what comes from them. At least most of them are pollinated. I filmed like 20 minutes or so, which will go up today. I gotta like empty out all my smartphones and all. There's just too much data that I have to move right now. When you are moving so much data, it leaves a lot of room for doing something wrong, for deleting the wrong folder. This week I thought I accidentally deleted the time-lapse folder that would have been like that I've been filming for 10 days or so, and I luckily had saved it somewhere, like backed up, but still it gave me a little fright. So best not test our luck. By the way, check this out, I got new comics. So what happens is, after the Lyme disease problems that I have with the brain, I have brain fog and all that stuff. So I am trying to get my mental capacity back to normal. And that isn't easy, because when I'm trying to watch a movie, I just fade away. Like my mind goes elsewhere. I'm doing 10 things at once, and it bothers me. I'm so nervous, I'm so unrested that I decided I need to do something. So I started reading books and comics. I kind of found a liking with comics, and yeah, this is like RoboCop. I got these like for, I don't know, 13 bucks or so. Yeah, and this is great. I like that. I just wanted to show you these because yeah, this is the type of stuff that I'm reading. I'm not sure how much like room for character development there is in these, but I will definitely try to read this. I do not have all the issues, so I hope I can follow the story, but I'm pretty happy about it. Feel like I got them for a relatively good price, like 13 bucks, and maybe the shipping, but apart from that, feel like that was a good deal. So now I want to collect pollen of arboricola, of the arboricola hybrid. So let's go. Mika and Kami are inside the house. I was just out with Kami, and it was alright, but she started vomiting, so she will stay out of the heat today. I mean, cats vomit a lot, but I still didn't like it. I mean, she probably ate too fast, but still, we're having substantial heat right now, and she doesn't know it the way I know it. Like outdoors in full sun, I don't think she experienced that once before like now. And I'm trying to tell her that it's too hot. And of course she doesn't like it. And of course she argues with me all the time. But that's just how it is. I need to... Like, she will not understand. But I do, so I need to keep her out of the sun. Yeah, I'm glad we can get some pollen here. finally. Feel like I have a tick somewhere. I feel something on my back. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I feel a tick on my leg or on my arm somewhere, and I instantly stop what I'm doing, and I know that it's a tick without touching it. You know, sometimes you just know by the feeling that it gives you, by the movement of the tick and all. It is so bad here this year. It is really, really bad with the ticks. Yesterday I had a discussion with my neighbor. My neighbor had been mowing too, and he had 20 ticks on him while he was mowing. It is a very, very aggressive year in regards to ticks. They are everywhere. Not a fan. Not like it at all. Do not like it at all. So now we collect a little bit of pollen of the Sorensia arboricola hybrid by Misplant. Misplant is an American breeder. Very good one. There's so many good hybrids, and I decided I want to keep an eye on what's out there. Maybe get me a few more of the really good ones, because I mean, some of these will stand the test of time, and some of the ones that are coming from Misplant are worth to use for the next 20 years as breeding stock. So I really try to do the best here, work with these hybrids here. I like them. This is a good cross. You can see here, now that we have two plants, these are two sisters from the same cross, flowering in one pot. You see that there's quite a range, and this one here, it looks a little bit more orange. So orange, apricot, this one looks like it's glowing. There is quite a range in this cross. And right now, I mean, in this pot, there are at least 60 or 70 plants. I would probably try to take the ones from the corner here, from the area here on the outer side of the pot, and try to maybe single these out, because they do not have enough space. They do not have enough connection to the soil. That is why they are behind in comparison to these back there. Yeah, but they grow like weeds. Last year I put a few arboricola pieces on the ground, and they rooted over winter, just lying there, doing nothing, not being watered, just being placed on top of the soil, not even in the soil, but on top of the soil. So it's a very hardy plant. Not sure in regards to the winter, to the frost, where the limit is. I mean, I don't think I have lost an arboricola hybrid here, unless it was from slugs. The slugs really like them. The slugs go crazy over them. But apart from that, I don't think we lost arboricola here. And I mean, you always lose a few seedlings in the first months or two. I mean, I'm not even counting that. That is just general care problems, care errors. I mean, from overwintering and normal care. Sometimes you forget to water them. That is something that not all species can take. Right now I just started fertilizing again after taking a 1 month break, and for some plants this can already be a problem, that they are dropping the flower buds, but these have grown just fine. And we can collect some pollen now. So next flower. I mean, there's still some pollen left, but I will leave it for the bees. I don't care. So next, I just want this pollen as a father. I mean, personally, I'm not so much interested in a lot of crosses with Arboricola as mother. I feel like there's a higher chance to maybe get a large flower with a similar like flower power, when I use it as a father. But that theory has yet to be proven. I'm not sure. We would see. We would see how the flowers of my own Arboricola crosses will flower. I send out a lot of seeds. Almost all of my Arboricola crosses have been going to the shop. And they were usually rather good crosses. Like, I pollinated it once with Asterix. That is a Autenried hybrid. Quite a few Lobivia. I think Schaffery yellow. And there were more, but I do not recall right now. I would have to look at my yearly list and all. But I'm glad that I can finally collect pollen. Yesterday I was too late. The flowers were already closing, and I barely got a little bit of pollen for the pollination of this morning's Arboricola, the botanical one, the white one. White flowering one. Yeah, and now I want to do the pollination work and the filming work now, because later today I do not think that I will do it. For the rest of the day I will be inside making sure that Kami is alright. I want to keep an eye on her. I do not like how she takes the sun right now. It's a very humid weather right now, and not like she's 16 years old, so she shouldn't go into the sun, and I will keep an eye on her. It's still morning, and the heat came early. I just noticed that it was hot within 15-20 minutes, and then we went in right away. Right now it's maybe 11 in the morning. It's not late. I always worried about the heat and Snoopy. And now I worry about the heat and Kami. There were times like when the problems with my thyroid were so bad, the heat was really giving me like the worst of times. I was awake all the time at night, couldn't sleep. No matter how I moved, everything felt hot. The skin was burning, felt burning and all. And now it's a little bit better. I can take the heat a little bit better now after losing so much weight. I would call that a positive side effect. But yeah, it wasn't intentional, you know, I wasn't trying to lose weight. It just happened, and now I'm trying to gain it, like gain back the weight, but it's so hard when you are still having the stress that caused it. I am trying to work on myself, like with the reading. It's just one example. And when the channel gets a little bit bigger, then I will make sure I get a more diverse food. Right now I'm eating pretty standard, you know, and it is hard to gain weight like that. But it's on my radar. I'm taking care of it. It might take a few years though. This is a long-term thing. Needs, like, peace needs to come from within. Need to live healthy. Not only what you eat, but also mentally. Making sure you are ready for the long-term voyage, for the long-term journey. I want to enjoy what we built here. We now have something that could turn out great, where we can really do something with it. And of course I'm trying my best to stay in shape. And when we're honest, the way it was before, I've been struggling to walk through the mailbox. And if I hadn't lost some weight, I would have probably my health would have declined badly. So I'm kind of glad that at least it had a positive side effect. Okay. And now we have 2 bags of pollen here. This is enough. This is good. That's a fair amount. And I want to use some of it today. Over there I have a Lobivia winteriana that is flowering. Yeah. I want to use that one somehow. But and that one would work. I feel like Lobivia winteriana would be great father for this cross. I love Lobivia winteriana, and due to the fact that we already have grandiflora in this cross, we might actually be able to pollinate it. I think we would use winteriana. Yeah, and for the other one, maybe Leuchtfeuer. Leuchtfeuer is a really good hybrid that's open right now. Or the Flying Dragon hybrid. But, I mean, Flying Dragon could increase the flower size. Could do something with the main integral problem of these Arboricola hybrids, that they have smaller flowers than, let's say, a Cantora Wurlitz hybrid you see besides it. So maybe the Flying Dragon cross would be exactly what it needs. But we cannot do both. I mean, we can do Lobivia winteriana and Flying Dragon. But I wanted to do another plant, another cross with it. Oh yeah, Leuchtfeuer, exactly. What should I do now? Leuchtfeuer has high chances of success in my opinion, and it could be an unbelievably good flower. And Lobivia winteriana has this amazing white throat at the base of the flower, so you would maybe not get a big flower, because Lobivia winteriana has small flowers, but you would maybe get a plant that has this kind of color and the white throat that Lobivia winteriana has, and sometimes it turns golden, always depending on the father, on the partner, on whatever you cross with it. Sometimes it comes out white, sometimes it comes out golden. And yeah, that would be great too. But flower size also important. I can't tell you guys. I gotta think about it. So we need to rule one out. Yeah, I think we would do the Leuchtfeuer and Flying Dragon. Lobivia winteriana we'll do next time. There's another one that's opening right down there. Yeah. And when that one opens, it should be orange. Maybe we can can collect a little bit of pollen of Lobivia winteriana, and then we have it for when this one opens. Yeah, okay, so right now the time lapse is still running, so I do not want to crash the set again. But the moment I find a second to collect pollen, I will pollinate these, and this one will get Flying Dragon, and this one will get Leuchtfeuer. Leuchtfeuer being an Autenried hybrid with Gröner Candicans, and I knew what it was, but I forgot. Come on, go out. Go out. Go away. Go away. Go away. It's really not easy to keep the insects out when you do not want to work in a greenhouse with closed windows and doors. I mean, door was closed, but somehow, no, the door was open, but the windows was open and whatever. Here's another flower of this Wörlitz Buena Vista, no, Wörlitz Candicans Buena Vista hybrid. Wörlitz the mother, Candicans Buena Vista is father, and it has such a nice golden throat. This year, I don't know, the flower color is a little bit fading, so we'll see how it goes. But I've seen this plant looking all amazing, so maybe I'm just not letting it open under the right condition. Maybe I didn't water it enough, something like that. And I pollinated this with the Arboricola hybrid that opened today, the glowing one. Arboricola variegated grandiflorus is the father. Here's the Arboricola again, the botanical one. Pretty massive. So, and I saw that I have a little bit of fuel for the grass, and later today I will probably have to mow the grass. It just needs to go. It's too tall. Too many ticks everywhere. Over here we have Lobivia hybrid Leuchtfeuer. But I think it's more fitting to call it a multi-hybrid. Here's the body. This is a hybrid by Rolf Autenried, and it is from a cross with a Gröner Candicans hybrid and Lobivia crassicaulis. Lobivia crassicaulis was once in Trichocereus too, and it's basically a close relative of Lobivia. I mean, that's why it's there, or that's why it's always placed nearby. It was also in Echinopsis once as Echinopsis crassicaulis, so we'll see how it goes, like where the species moves in the next years and all. But I just wanted to show you this beautiful flower. I really like this one, and I grafted at least 5 or 6 of them. I have a little, I had one propagation graft where I took off the tip, and it popped so often, and every pop that it produced, I grafted. And now we have a few of them, and this is the first one that's flowering. There on the back side you see it has another flower bud, so that's great. I haven't knocked it down, which isn't like a safe thing these days. But yeah, and now I want to collect pollen, so we will do a complete video for the pollination day, like separate from this one. I just wanted to introduce this plant, wanted to show you how it looks like, and in the separate video we take more time and discuss it more in depth, collecting pollen and all. Yeah, and it will get what Arboricola grandiflorus. Arboricola crossed with variegated grandiflorus. That will be the father. It's a nice flower, but it took forever to flower, even grafted. I feel like it's a little bit slow to flower, and I want to work on that. Therefore, Arboricola could really increase the number of flowers per flowering, and also maybe it can start flowering earlier, maybe with bigger flowers or different flowers, but with a similar color. The color's great here, but the size is a little bit too small. This is a pretty old hybrid already, so there has been a lot of progress since then. But in regards to the color, this is still great. This one produced a hybrid of the year just recently, and with nothing but Cantora. So we will definitely do something with it. So we have scorching heat. Pets are inside because it's too hot. I don't want them outside now. The cat already had problems earlier today. Oh, I forgot to open the door. I brought this one out, Lobivia winteriana. It's such a nice, beautiful species. And this is one of the cultivars that is really good. I really need to make sure to keep this one around. I need to graft more of them, because they have a tendency to not make it through winter when it's getting too cold. In the future they need to be on the best spots, and really the best spots. So check this out. Here's a plant that I brought from inside the house. This was under the time-lapse camera overnight. Flying Dragon crossed with Cantora 1433, a classic. And yeah, the flower is great. I love it. This is my favorite from the whole cross that I have, and I have a few. I would have another one, but the seller sent me the wrong plant. So now I have one fewer, but I have 4 or 5, so it's not that bad. But I like these. Let's have a look at the body. Little bit Cantora. Cantora came through here. I feel like the body is more Cantora than Camargensis, which is Flying Dragon basically. Flying Dragon was a Camargensis hybrid of some sort. And here you can see it in the spines. There, see? Take this and compare the spines to Camargensis. And compare them to Cantora. Because Cantora has different spines. There are more spines than the classic Cantora spination. They're like differently built. This is a different type of plant than classic Cantora without the Flying Dragon. Yeah, and I will do a pollination video now. Mika and Kami are inside the house, locked away, and this gives me a little bit of time to pollinate here. I also want to collect pollen. I'm sorry, I had a tick on the hand. I also want to collect pollen. There's enough. This is good for making crosses. Maybe this could go on a large columnar Trichocereus, like Peruviana, something like that. Could be great for these. And everything that has a small flower, because I'm sure when you pollinate something with this, it will increase the flower size a little bit. Yeah, but okay, this will go into the separate video, pollination video that we're doing. And yeah, apart from that, it's a super cool plant. I love it. Flying Dragon has a lot of potential. I do not like the original though. I feel like I have never seen Flying Dragon open normally here with me in my collection. It opens and it usually looks pretty roughed up. So, but I do not have the same problem with the hybrids. And I'm sure that Flying Dragon is capable of opening normally on a good day, but so far it didn't have good days for me.